The former Speaker, Right Honorable Rebecca Kadaga, and everybody here. I want to congratulate the Right Honorable Speaker, Jacob Olanya, and the Deputy Speaker, Anita Mong, on their election. Congratulations. I want to thank His Lordship the Chief Justice for two things. First of all, presiding over this function of today, doing it very well according to the constitutional provisions. I also want to thank him that a few months ago, he was like acting president, because I was campaigning from, I think, the month of October. I was busy campaigning. The Vice President was campaigning. The Speaker, at that time, Rebecca Kadaga, was campaigning. So he was the seniorest state leader who was here. And he helped here and there in managing situations. He knows. So I want to thank him for doing that one very well also. I would like to advise the honorable members about the style of work. I have now known why some of the people get problems health-wise. Sitting like this for so long, you will get health problems. It's not good to sit down for a very long time. You saw me standing up, walking, because it's very dangerous. So these procedural motions you bring, procedural motion for sitting up, then for standing up, then you are just prolonging the sitting down instead of going to the business and so that people go home and do other things. But you sit so long, I don't think it is healthy. This Kisanja is the Kisanja for this term of parliament, of government, is the Kisanja for socio-economic transformation. I want us, because we have already laid the foundation, the infrastructure is much better, we've got better roads, we've got enough electricity. The schools, the health centers. What is needed is to use these to transform our people so that all of them get out of underdevelopment. So this, in this Kisanja, I want us to be very serious. First of all, budget correctly. Make sure that we budget correctly. During the campaign, I committed you on your behalf by saying that in this Kisanja, we shall actually say Poko Marom, as opposed to Poko Guna. in our other dialects here, okugabula, obulungi, so that we budget for the priority sectors of infrastructure, of security, but also of wealth creation, so that our people want to work, have no excuse. The ghetto children here in Kampala, I've been interacting with them. Some people are trying to misuse them to riot and so on. But I got in touch with them, and I met them many times. As I suspected, their main problem is capital. Many of them want to work, but they have no capital. Of course, they also need some skills, but the biggest problem they have is capital. So please, not only for the ghetto youth here, but for all our people in the country, let us make sure that we budget properly and they get capital so that anybody who wants to work, works. The Operation Wealth Creation, during the campaign, I checked, because I was wondering, all this, we have been doing a lot of this, what happened? But when I checked, I found that for the 8 years from 2013, wealth creation had served about 900,000 people. So you can see it was not enough, because if you assume that each recipient was from one family, one homestead, the homesteads in Uganda are 9 million. So if we only served 900,000 in the 8 years, that's not a good speed. Therefore, in this Kisanja, I want us to, with the wealth funds, I want us to reach about 2 million or 2.5 million families per year, so that in the 5 years we shall have covered all the 9 million homesteads. Then nobody will have excuse. Apart from budgeting correctly, we are going to fight corruption. Corruption was becoming a big problem. I saw this recently in the Uganda Airlines. That airline, because of good planning, we had some money, and we bought brand new aircrafts. CJR 900, brand new, 4 of them. The Airbus 3 something, brand new, two. But the airline was infiltrated immediately by some corrupt elements, employing their relatives, over budgeting, over inflating the procurement costs. Terrible, terrible things. When I got information, I moved in and I dispersed the whole group. The management, the board, even the board, I had put some people on the board, I thought they were serious. I suspended the whole gang. So therefore, and the soldiers to fight corruption are there. Therefore, I would like you, the members of parliament, I will give a long address one of these days on the anatomy of corruption in Uganda, how it had come up. It is now clear, but the good thing is that many Ugandans are fed up and they are willing to assist us. So therefore, with correct budgeting and with zero tolerance to corruption, we are going to succeed. One of the problems we must fight is intolerance. People who don't work together with other people, or who are vindictive. This is not good. There is no need for me, I have never had any problem with any Ugandan who wants to work with me. Even when we fight with a group politically because of political differences, when the fight is over, we work with them. This is the line of the NRM. This line of vindictiveness, of not forgiving, is a very bad spirit, which is not NRM spirit. You find that I work with General Moses Ali. General Moses Ali was with Idi Amin in the other years. But when we go together, we started working together. People who were in UNLA, the other army who were fighting, they are with us. When we came from the bush, we formed a broad-based government where all the parties were represented. I am working with the Honorable Jimmy Akena and the Honorable Beta Amongi. They were in our old party, the UPC. The ones of the DP. So, have a spirit of welcoming people. Reject, don't have exclusion, politics of exclusion, and the politics of egocentrism. I want to congratulate the NRM people, the way you have scored this victory here. And I want you to learn very carefully about how we work. Our people had divided, you had got divided because of this speakership race. Mistakes were made. People were campaigning when they should not be campaigning. I heard about this. I called a meeting some time ago. I thought it would stop. It didn't stop. And there was a lot of bitterness. I hear that people were abusing one another on the social media, which was very, very bad. But as I always tell you, we the veterans, we are never involve ourselves in politics of lack of principles. In this race, neither in public nor in private, me as the leader of the NRM, I never said support Kadaga or support Olanya. Never. Because yesterday I challenged, when we were alone, I challenged our caucus. If anybody had me saying that support Kadaga or support Olanya, stand up and tell everybody here. Nobody. I can't do that. I don't know why people cannot keep away from that mistake. A senior person taking sides among juniors. If you are senior, you belong to everybody. Don't take sides. This is mine. This is against me. That's very bad. You will fail. And you will make us fail. So I never take sides among my juniors or my equals. When they are equals, never take sides because they are all my people. I wait, and as I told you, I said, you wait for the NRM caucus, Central Executive Committee, to decide, then we shall be able to know whom to support. This is what I was telling you. That's what I told Honorable Nandutu when I rang her on the phone some time ago. That's what I told Anya Kun when I rang her some time ago. That's what I told Nyachikongoro when I rang her some time ago. Please, don't take sides. Wait for the official forum to take a decision, then you back what the forum has done. So I want to congratulate the NRM group, because it was only yesterday at around, I think, 3 or something like that, when we finally took a position of what to do, how to support the Right Honorable Oranya as a sole candidate for the speakership. We had our reasons for why that was done, and how to forward the 3 names to the caucus. The 3 names of Anita and Tayewa and Robina Rokojo. It was at around 3 in the afternoon. No, I think it was slightly earlier, about 2. But my people were terribly divided. The pro-Kadaga group and the pro-Oranya group. But I want to congratulate you. Since yesterday, from about 4 or 3, when I gave you guidance, first of all in the general meeting, then subsequently, I rang a number of our people, even in the night. You saw how the guerrillas work. Those guerrillas are very dangerous. Once they start working, for them they have no time limit. I was reading some people at 11:30, 12 in the night. So now you have been with Kadaga, the official candidate now is Oranya. Then in the morning, I rang others, met others. Now you have seen how you have come up as a united group. I congratulate you. And we only had maybe like 16 hours of trying to work on the division. So I want to thank the people who were supporting Kadaga, who listened to my advice and shifted and supported the official candidate. I want to thank you. Especially Tayewa. Tayewa and his group, because yesterday when we had, because you know these fellows had formed factions. And factions are subversive, according to the doctrine of the NRM. Faction formation is a subversive act. It's against the code of conduct. But there was a very, very strong Oranya faction and a very strong Kadaga faction. But when after the decision, when I talked to them by phone, but also I met a few today in the morning, they all agree. Many of them agreed. I don't think it was everybody, but many agreed in a very short time to support the official candidate. They were actually even plotting, the NRMs, plotting to have, because the factions had been Kadaga was with Tayewa. This Tayewa stand up and they see you. The idea was that their group, Kadaga becomes speaker, Tayewa becomes the deputy speaker. Then the other faction of Oranya, it was Oranya and Anita Mong. So now, this morning, I had to bring my tissue to help some people who were weeping. But fortunately, I had my tissues. So I lent my tissues to some of them. Weeping now, only the Orania faction now and the Anita Mong group are the ones who are in charge. I said, no, this is now the NRM. Forget about the Orania faction. They are going to mistreat us. I said they will not mistreat you. That they will be persecuted. That they will be persecuted. They will not be allowed to go to the committees. I said, I am the President of Uganda, Chairman of the National Resistance Movement, historical leader of the resistance. Nobody will do that in this Uganda. Nobody will persecute you. So I rang Orania when those people were here. I told Orania, I said, your enemies are here. I'm with your enemies. Now, would you like to say hello to them on the phone? So I thank the Tayawa group for agreeing to support the official candidate, because they were supposed they were conspiring with the opposition to have NRM deputy speaker who would fight with Anita Mong. I said, please forget about this. So I thank all of you for really now developing the NRM spirit, even when it was late in the afternoon, but it's better than never. So therefore, I congratulate the NRM people for being mature. You have handled the issue very well. Today, the 24th of May, yes, I heard that it was Mama Kadaga's birthday, and I congratulate her on her birthday. But also, it is the anniversary of the sad events of Uganda. It is when the Uganda Army, under the control of Milton Obote and Idi Amin, attacked Mutesa's palace at Mengo. So it's a bit more serious than Mama Kadaga's birthday. So therefore, it is very, very pleasing for me and some of the elders, like Moses Hadi, if those who are old enough, if Rwanda was here, he would also know this. To be here on the day when blood was being shed in Rubiri, but for us, we are here in a mosquitoes-free Kololo, no mosquitoes, because me, wherever I have function, I kill all the mosquitoes. You not hear any mosquito disturbing you. Here, peacefully, changing the leadership of parliament and with a united Uganda, as you can see. So I am very happy that I have lived to see such days in Uganda, because really Uganda, by 1966, the situation looked bleak. Divisions were very serious, tribal, sectarian. In 1966, the conflict at that time was between what they were calling Bantu and Nilotics. Now you see how united our people are. That's what NRM rejected. So this anniversary is not just the birthday of Mama Kadaga, on which I congratulate her, but it has got more serious history, the suffering of Uganda, and I'm glad that we are out of it. I'm also ready to engage the opposition. I actually engage some of the opposition. The UPC, we talk very well. The DP, we talk very well. Even recently, we've been talking to some members of FDC. The ones who have been avoiding us have been the ones of NUP. But also there are many who would like to engage in talks so that we can have a peaceful way of working, even when we belong to our different parties. So I want to end by thanking everybody today, but only ask the in charges of these ceremonies, these announcers who can't pronounce our people's names. Don't put somebody on the microphone who cannot pronounce Ugandans' names. For instance, there is somebody was calling Abba, Lilian Abba, that these people don't know that she's called Lilian Aber. She's Abba, because they are speaking like English. So please, these announcers should know how to pronounce our people's name. I don't want to hear somebody going in the microphone and mispronouncing my name. Museveni. I'm not Museveni, I am Museveni, flat. Huh? Like somebody there could not pronounce Bahireira. Bahireira is one of the MPs. Somebody could not pronounce Aleper. Aleper, I think they were calling him Alepa. Alepa. How can you fail to just be an announcer? If you cannot be an announcer, then how would you manage to cultivate a garden which requires more energy? So please be serious with any work they give you. If they give you this work, you ask, how do they pronounce this name? Don't just go. That shows you that he's not caring. Eh? You ask, how do they pronounce this name? Because the people who know the language are there. If it is an Acholi name, you ask the Acholi, how do they pronounce this one? They could not pronounce Nakwang. Nakwang, my girl, she came back to Parliament. Is she here? Nakwang, where are you? Oh, Nakwang, Alakara no. So I thank you very much, and I wish you good night. We are now just beginning. Thank you very much.